My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. I've been in the debt collection business for over 15 years. I've worked in all aspects of debt collections. From where I started as a legal verifier, where basically all I would do was verify place of employment, as well as if someone owned any assets like a home. And if I found that information, I would send it straight to the collector and they would basically sue on the accounts. From there, I went to a skip tracer. Basically, there, all I did was skip trace information and found numbers and so forth to get in contact with consumers to obviously get them to pay their debt. From there, I worked as a debt collector where I actually did the collecting, where I did the calling and so forth. I worked in management where I had a team of over 20 people under me where I coached them on collecting, debt collecting and all of the nuances concerning that, as well as I've been an owner of a debt collection agency. Now, over the course of my life, for friends and family, I've been the go-to guy to answer questions with regards to debt and credit. I've cleaned credit for so many of my friends and family and answered so many questions concerning that stuff, and now I want to do it for you. So, if you have any questions about debt, like when's the best time to call a debt collection agency and negotiate a debt, all the way down to verifying a debt collection agency, figuring out if they're a real collection agency or not, I am here to help you with that. Like, subscribe, share with your friends and family. If you have any questions directly yourself, put them down in the comments, and I promise you I will answer those questions for you. Let's go. Welcome back to Ask a Debt Collector. Today, I want to talk about the best time to contact a debt collection agency to negotiate your debt. Now, most collection agencies are a month-to-month business. Every collection agency that I've ever worked for, as well as the two that I've owned, we are month-to-month. What does that mean? What that means is simple. Each month within a calendar month determines how much money is collected from, let's say, for instance, January 1st to January 31st represents that month, right? So at the end of that month, come February 1st, pretty much the numbers start over. Now, what do I mean by that? If I am a debt collector and I'm collecting for the month of January, typically, most collection agencies as a debt collector, you're paid a base pay, which is your hourly pay, plus commission. Now, commissions are based and predicated based upon that month. Let's say, for instance, I'm gonna explain to you how commissions work as a debt collector. So typically, depending on my base pay, it'll be 3 times that amount. So whatever my base pay is, 3 times that amount. What that basically means is let's say I'm making $3,000 a month. After I hit $9,000 comes the commission aspect of it, right? And so the commission aspect of it, depending on what you negotiate or what it is that you get from your collection agency, will determine how much money you make. So let's say my base pay is $3,000. To hit commission, I have to hit $9,000. Over $9,000, excuse me. So every dollar collected after that $9,000 within that month time span, I'll make a commission. And let's just say my commission is 30 cents, 30% of every dollar amount I collect over that $9,000. So if I collect $10,000, 30%, I'll make $300 off of that extra $1,000 over the $9,000 that I'll make as a collector. And this is why I think the best time, again, the best time, if you are calling a debt collection agency to negotiate your debt, is the last day of the month. I'll explain to you why. The last day of the month, typically, let's say in this instance, January 31st, most debt collectors, who are in commission on that last day at 5 p.m. or whenever the office closed, every payment you get in is the end. So now, let's suppose I'm at $13,000, $14,000. You as the consumer who actually owes on the debt calls me the debt collector on the 31st. Now I'm already in commission. Let's say my commission check is about $3,000. You call me on that last day around 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because I'm in on the West Coast, and you have a debt that's $3,000. You call me up and say, hey, Jay, I have $1,000 right now to pay this debt. It's the last day of the month. Most of the time, if debt is below a certain percentage, we have to get approval from our supervisor. But because it's the last day of the month and you're already in commission, as a debt collector, I'm gonna be a little more motivated to get your money in because it's the last day that I can make commission. So chances are I'll accept that $1,000 or $1,500 for that settlement. So that is the key why I say the best time for you to call in and negotiate your debt is the last day of the month. A lot of people are already in commissions, and debt settlements are being negotiated and chopped down way less at that time span because we want to get more money. So that $1,000 will make me $300 at the end of the day. I'm already in commission. You call me earlier in the month, a lot of times I'm a lot less to negotiate because I'm trying to hit my target of the $9,000 before I can get in commission. So you call me on the 5th or the 6th or the 7th, I'm a lot less likely to settle that $3,000 debt for $1,000 or even 50% at $1,500. I'm gonna want the balance in full, and I may even take off 20 or 30%. That'll get me closer to where I need to be to where I can start making commissions. A debt collection agency is a month-to-month business, right? Towards the end of the month, typically the good collectors are in commission. We're a lot more likely to settle out your debt. So call at that end of the month, have money in hand, be willing to pay. Obviously, make sure you get a settlement letter or some type of letter showing what you agreed upon before you pay so you can avoid those types of problems. But ultimately, call them last day of the month. That is the best time to call and negotiate your debt, and you will get the best deal at that time. Now, if what I told you seemed a little bit valuable, share with a friend or family. Like and subscribe below. And if you have any questions about debt, ask a debt collector. You guys be great.